Well, it is just starting to sprinkle outside, it looks like, out my front windows of my motorhome. No better time than to talk about what is going on and wake the cat up, because I'm talking to you guys. She thinks I'm talking to somebody else and she gets all lively, I guess. I don't know. Before we get into the discussion of what I thought about Halloween Horror Nights this year, let me show you guys a couple things that I picked up on my days off. Things that are disappearing and they were just kind of given away. So on one of my upcoming videos, I had kind of a date night, fun night with a couple friends, and took them to the Coral Reef restaurant at Epcot, which was amazing. It was really good. Great atmosphere, I guess you would say. Well, they're getting ready to change the menu and do everything, and so they said, hey, you want to keep one of our old menus? And I did. They gave me one of their menus. Had it upside down. You can never tell, is Ariel swimming down or is she swimming up? But they're getting rid of the Little Mermaid theme inside the Coral Reef restaurant. I don't even know why they had that. Inside the restaurant, there's no Little Mermaid type stuff in there. You're actually eating under an aquarium. And got the full menu. So what I was thinking is, this isn't long for the world. It's like one of the last days this is going to be available. And I don't think you're supposed to keep them. But my waiter said, hey, all three of you can keep it. We're getting new ones. Everything's changing. So, anybody want this, let me know. I don't know how I would mail this. The envelope for a restaurant menu, a Disney restaurant menu, I don't know how I would ship this off, but if one of you guys want it, we'll figure something out. I don't know. I don't know. I also grabbed a whole bunch of flyers for this year's Epcot's Food and Wine Festival. So if anybody wants one of these are probably a lot easier to mail out than that. I could just put this in there with a couple of my Shitters Full stickers, right? Do something like that. Anyway, let's start with my thoughts of Halloween Horror Nights. I think I'm just going to keep this going, not edit video together. Kind of a chat, mano a mano. And I'm going to tag Universal in the video too, so they know. I've already spoke with them, my thoughts, and they've been communicating with me on Twitter. So the day started out great. It was a pretty amazing day. If you've seen my pre-HHN 2019 video, I was having fun. Everything was great. Got my passes, got my VIP pass, which I'll never do again, and I'll talk about why here in a second. Let's talk about the good of Halloween Horror Nights this year. Wasn't the scare zones. The houses were great. The Ghostbusters house, great special effects, great use of Pepper's ghost. You really feel like you're in the movie. They did a great job. It wasn't a scary haunted house. It wasn't, oh, everything's coming to get me. Slimer a couple times startled me. But other than that, the librarian at the end of the hall, that Pepper's ghost effect, and the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, pretty awesome. Stranger Things, it made you feel like you were in this last season of Stranger Things. The special effects were incredible. Even the gigantic monster in the mall looked great. You were walking through the legs of the monster as passing through the food court in the mall. Great job. Rob Zombie's House of a Thousand Corpses, favorite haunted house. Yeah, I know it wasn't a lot of people's at the beginning of the season, but in the middle of October, as all the characters and jump scares and everything start to gel, they really got that down. Fun. That and Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Those are my favorite ones, I think. As far as I can remember, I was a little bit toasted. Probably the best thing about Halloween Horror Nights was Academy of Villains. Far Side, all you guys, and I'm talking to the dancers now. Yeah, like I told you before, you guys did a great job. You blew me away once again. It was an amazing show. Your show is actually worth the price of admission to Halloween Horror Nights. If you don't do anything No haunted houses, no scare zones. The Academy of Villains, worth price of admission right there. You could go see Academy of Villains, grab an adult beverage, and leave, and call it a day, and you would be happy. Scare zones, all crap, pretty much. They were really not good this year. Best one was, I forget what it was called, but it was kind of like a catwalk, and there was doctors kidnapping people and doing plastic surgery on them through the scare zone. That was cool. You get that interactive feeling. It's kind of like Vamp 85 or whatever. You got that. That was the best scare zone, I think. Sexiest and hottest scare zone, Rob Zombie's Hillbilly Deluxe scare zone. Strippers, everything going on, music, fire, photo opportunities abound. That was it. Those two scare zones were the only good ones. The Zombieland was like a paid advertisement. Zombieland 2. There was nothing there. It was just god awful. And no chainsaws running around this year, and where there were chainsaws on the far end of the park, they all had LED lights on the blades. What chainsaw has LED lights on the blades? I felt every time somebody came out, fired up a chainsaw, and was chasing somebody, it looked like they were chasing them with a Christmas tree. What's up with that? I don't know. But anyway, we're kind of delving into the bad stuff of Halloween Horror Nights. So, yeah, let's get on with the bad. Now, I actually paid for VIP. I normally do RIP, which is a guided tour. You get adult beverages, you get to eat dinner beforehand. It's kind of finger food, snacky stuff. And you get a guided tour into all the houses. Great. My understanding was this year, though, that they overbooked so much, even the RIPs, some of them were having a very difficult time getting people that paid for RIP into every haunted house. RIP people did not get into every house this year. And I think the premium price per person, if you purchase an RIP, especially right there at the park, I think it's like almost $1,000 per person. Yeah, I think you have to pay for entrance to the park and the RIP package. And I think it comes out close to $1,000, like $900 and some dollars. If you're spending that kind of money, you should expect to see everything. No. This year, I decided to do what the general public does and get my normal ticket and get a VIP ticket. That way I could kind of take my time going through the scare zones, because if you're on an RIP package, you're in a group. VIP, you're solo, and you could do all the same stuff, but at your own leisure. That's what my impressions were after 20 years of going and doing RIP all these years. I just wanted to try it. No, VIP front of the line pass makes it to where you're probably waiting half the time to get in. It's not really front of the line. It's a waste of money. I don't know what the ticket cost. I actually paid for it. I think it was like $150 or something like that to get front of the line. And I never once got front of the line. I always waited at least an hour, which is crazy. So you're paying a premium and not getting what you pay for. So even with that, you're not going to hit every house. I actually missed one house. Jen Vargas from Central Florida Top 5 and myself, we missed the very last house. We couldn't get in. Ran out of time. And we got in at 6 o'clock in the evening and left at 2:30 in the morning. We were there a long, long time and still could not do everything. They are going crazy. Universal's going insane. Too many haunted houses, overselling the tickets, letting too many people in at once, trying to get that cash grab. And I really felt it this year. I'm not doing this ever again. After 20 years, I'm done. If I might go back to doing what I normally do, and I'm not going to pay anymore, and just, hey, this is what you got, you do it, then I'll be happy. But man, there is no way I'm ever paying for VIP ever again. That used to be the thing. I used to tell people that coming down to Florida, going to Halloween Horror Nights, if you get your ticket, Make sure you get that fast pass thing, that front of the line ticket. You're going to need that if you want to do some stuff. As of this year, I can't even recommend a VIP ticket. It's a waste of money. Just get your normal ticket. Be happy with what you can do. Kind of pick and choose. You may get into 3 houses in a 7-hour period or 6-hour period. So pick the houses that you actually want to see, and then the rest of the evening, Academy of Villains and whatever crappy scare zones they have. Because this year the scare zones were crap. Except for 2 of them. Yeah, those are my thoughts. Those are my thoughts on this year's Halloween Horror Nights. Was it good? Am I glad I went? Of course. It's Halloween Horror Nights. It's Universal Studios. I'm happy I went. But I also felt ripped off. And that's not good. That's not good. And I know I'm not the only one. I can't be the only one that felt that way. But I did communicate in Twitter, like I said, with Universal. And we stayed there until a total of like 5 o'clock in the morning at guest relations, spilling our disappointments. Getting that all on record. Because theme parks do take what you feel or what your feelings into account. And they change things due to the customer reactions. So if you're not happy, make sure you do check into guest relations or comment on Twitter tagging the business, because they do read them, they do take note, and then the following year they may make adjustments. They may not, but they may. Anyway, those are my thoughts on Halloween Horror Nights. I'm gonna give it from an alphabetical, let's do it alphabetically, A, B, C, D, school grade. I'm gonna give it a C. For experience, I'm gonna give it a B+ for houses. Houses were really good. That Killer Clowns was outstanding. It was an outstanding house. Ghostbusters, outstanding. Those are the 2 outstanding houses. Anyway, guys, until the next time, hope you liked this video. If you did, please comment. If you went to Halloween Horror Nights this year, let me know what your thoughts were. How did you get in? Did you get any special passes? Did you try anything? How was your food? What did you think of the scare zones? What did you think of the houses? What did you think of the crowds this year? Insane. So overall Halloween Horror Nights this year, C+. That's my grade. What's yours? Anyway, I love you all. Until the next time, peace out, everybody. Finished my morning coffee, just fell out of bed, drank my coffee before I even sat down. Now I have my sweet tea, and I think I'm ready to give my thoughts and impressions of this Halloween season in Orlando.